Hello dear students, one more model question paper of NEET biology we are going to discuss in today's class. Let us start with the first question. Pairing of homologous chromosomes occur in which stage of cell division? In which stage of cell division pairing of homologous chromosome occurs? Children, guess the answer. The answer is zygote. Whereas in leptotin there is a condensation of chromosome, and in pachytin there is a crossing over of homologous chromosome, and in diplotin there is a separation of homologous chromosome. Let us go to the next question. Choose the correct option with respect to location of root hairs. With location of root hair, among the following four options, the best option, the correct option is zone of maturation. In the zone of maturation, we can find root hairs. Heterostyly means position of anther and stigma at different places. Is an outbreeding device adopted by some plants, and it is a type of one morphological method to prevent self-pollination. It is a method to prevent self-pollination. Let us move to the next question. Which of the following statement is true for one turn of Krebs cycle or one turn of citric acid cycle? The true statement is in citric acid cycle, in Krebs cycle, there is one molecule of FADH2 is synthesized. Whereas in case of NAD, 3 NAD plus are reduced. They reduced to NADH2. So among the option, first option is right for the one cycle of Krebs cycle. DNA dependent DNA polymerase. DNA polymerase is very important enzyme involved in DNA replication, and this DNA polymerase enzyme catalyze the polymerization only in 5' to 3' direction. Option 1 is the right answer. Let us go to the next question. Match the following. 107th question. We need to match the following. Mycorrhiza is the symbiotic association of fungi and roots of higher plants. Eagle and rat is example for predation. Penicillium and bacteria is an example for amensalism. Then lice on human is an example of parasitism. So this is the correct option. Let us move to the next question. Select the correct statement. We need to find out the correct statement. Uracil is present in RNA in place of guanine. No, in place of thymine. In place of thymine, uracil is present. So this is the wrong statement. The backbone of DNA. In the backbone of DNA, nitrogen bases project outside. No, they project inside. DNA is always coiled in left-handed helix. It is wrong. DNA is always coiled in right-handed helix. Two chains of DNA have anti-parallel polarity. This is right. One in 5' to 3', another in 3' to 5'. Read the following statement. Statement 1. A system of classification is based on evolutionary relationship among various organisms was proposed by Linnaeus. So this statement is wrong because evolutionary relationship has been given by Engler and Prantl, not by Linnaeus. So option 1 is wrong. Eudorina always shows anisogamy because in Eudornia, which is an algae, we can find two different types of gametes. That is right. Laminarin is a chief storage food in Phaeophyceae brown algae. This is also right statement. Haplontic life cycle is prevalent in mosses. No, children, in mosses we can find haplodiplontic cycle. So we need to find out the correct statement here. Correct statements are B and C. Two statements are right here. Let us move to the next question. Choose the correctly matched pair. We need to find out the correctly matched pair. Let us go one by one. Photorespiration is a wasteful process as it utilizes ATP and NADPH2. Children, wasteful process never utilize ATP. So this is a wrong statement. But in photorespiration, there will be a number of carbon atoms will be reduces. Then let us go to the next one. Rubin and Kamen proves oxygen liberated during photosynthesis comes from carbon dioxide. So oxygen is liberated due to the photolysis of water. This is also wrong statement. Then tadpole-like structure is chlorophyll. Chlorophyll has a tadpole-like structure. This is the right one. And Kranz anatomy you can find in C4 plants, not in potato. See, so option 3 is right answer for this question. Let us move to the next question. When the centromere is present very close to one end of the chromosome, when the centromere is present very close to the chromosome, then the chromosome is referred to be acrocentric. The transfer section of plant part shows the following features. The transfer section of plant part shows the following features. That is, it has a central pith, conjoint open vascular bundle, medullary ray present in between vascular bundle, hypodermis is colon chematis. We need to find out these characteristics is belongs to monocot stem, dicot stem or monocot root. So here these characteristics we can find in a dicot stem. So dicot stem is the right answer. Let us move to the next question. The function of NAD+, the function of NAD+ is what? It is going to act as an electron carrier. It is going to act as an electron carrier. Move to the next question. Valine is coded by more than one codon, hence the code is degenerate. If the amino acid are coded by more than one codon, that shows the property of degeneracy. Let us move to the next question. The main source of biofertilizers are bacteria, fungi, and cyanobacteria. Let us move to the next question. Choose the correct order of various stages in hydrarch succession. Hydrarch succession in water, we can find that it starts with phytoplankton, submerged plant, then submerged free floating plant, then reed swamp, marsh meadow, shrubs, and then forests. So option 2 is the right answer for this question. Let us move to the next question. Z type of sex determination we can find in birds. Let us move to the next question. Match the following. Rough endoplasmic reticulum helps in protein synthesis. Smooth endoplasmic reticulum helps in lipid synthesis. Golgi complex helps in glycosylation, and centriole responsible for spindle formation. So option 2 is the right answer for this question. Let us move to the next question. Mortality refers to death rate. Let us go to the next question. The layer of an anther which is not protective in function is tapetum, because tapetum provide nourishment. It is not involving in protection. Let us move to the next question. The future not related to heartwood. Is what? In 121 question, it is condensation of water and mineral, whereas lignified cell wall, hard and durable, resistance to insect, they are all the features of heartwood. Move to the next question. Select the mismatched pair with respect to the classes of Pteridophyta. So among them, Coleotum belongs to class Coelopsida. Selaginella children, it belongs to Lycopsida. So this is the mismatched one, and remaining 3 are the right one. The phytohormone which was first isolated in human urine, first plant hormone isolated was axin. Then on earth, which of the following region have greatest biodiversity? You can find in tropical Amazon rainforest, we can find. Let us move to the next question, children. 125th question. Which of the following statements are correct with about prions? We know prions are the infectious protein. Prions cause mad cow disease in cattle, of course right. Then prions are smaller than viruses, of course right. Then prions are made up of RNA only. It is wrong one, because prions are made up of protein only, and prion causes Jacob disease in humans. That is also right one. So A, B, D options statements are correct. So option 2 is the right answer for this question. Let us move to the next question. Which of the following is a filamentous algae? It is very easy. Eulothrix is a filamentous algae. Next question also very easy. In dicot leaf, guard cells are of kidney shape. Very easy questions. Let us move to the next question. Acetic acid is commonly obtained by Acetobacter aceti. In DNA fingerprinting, differences in some sequence region in DNA sequence are identified using a specific type of probes, which are called as VNTR, variable number tandem repeat. 130th question. In most ecosystem, the pyramid of number, energy, and biomass are upright, except in pyramid of biomass in C. In C, biomass pyramid is not upright. Let us move to the next question. Which of the following statement is correct for cork cambium? About cork cambium, we need to find out the correct statement. So the correct statement for cork cambium is, it is also called as phellogen. And it is also called extrastellar cambium. Whereas the remaining 2 options are wrong if you see the characteristics of cork cambium carefully in the textbook. Let us move to the next question. In the S phase of interphase, A and B are duplicated. So A and B are what, children? Guess. So A is DNA in the nucleus, and B is centriole in the cytoplasm. Let us move to the next question. 133rd question. In Antirrhenium, a red flower was crossed with white flower, and in F1 generation, pink flowers were obtained. In pink flower was self, the F2 generation showed red, white, and pink flower. Choose the correct statement. So it is incomplete dominance, and incomplete dominance, what we can find, the phenotypic ratio and genotypic ratio both is 1:2:1 is the right answer. Let us move to the next question, children. Read the following statement and choose the suitable option for A and B accordingly. What is that? Let us see. A and B were not included in 5 kingdom classification. A and B not included in 5 kingdom classification of R.H. Whittaker. Then it says B B are both living and non-living. B are both living and non-living. Both living and non-living what? Viruses. And along with viruses, lichens are not included. A are the indicators of pollution. So lichens are the indicators of pollution. A shows mutualistic relationship with algae and fungi. So these are the two characteristics of lichens. And B is a characteristics of virus. So answer for this question is virus and lichens. A are virus and B are lichens. Let us move to the next question. Which of the following is incorrect for mycoplasma? So incorrect for mycoplasma is first statement itself. Cell wall is composed of peptidoglycan, because in mycoplasma cell wall is absent. It is not present. Let us move to the next question. In the contrasting character present in pair used in taxonomic aid is refers to. Yes, children, it is refers to what? It is refers to couplets. It refers to couplets. Let us move to the next question. 137th question. So Hatch-Slack pathway is also called as C4 pathway. Ribulose bisphosphate used in Kelvin cycle. Then cyclic photophosphorylation is in photosystem 1. Then 138 question. Female gametophyte of angiosperm has 3 antipodal cells at the chalazal end. It is the right one for this question. 139th question. Which one of the following statement is correct for plant pollinated by water? So let us find out the correct statement. First option, most of the flowering plants shows pollinated by water. No, very few will pollinated by water. All aquatic plants use water for pollination. This is also wrong. Water pollinated flowers are colorful and produce nectar. No, they cannot produce colorful, and they are not producing nectar. The pollen grains of water pollinated plants are protected by mucilaginous covering. This is right one. So option 4 is right one. Let us move to the next question. The World Summit on Sustainable Development held in 2002 at Johannesburg, South Africa, the main aim of this meeting is significantly reducing the current rate of biodiversity loss at global, regional and local level. Let us match the following. Statement 1, list 1 with list 2. List 1 with list 2 we are going to match in 141 question. Let us match, children. Histone are produced during S phase because they are the protein. Then longest phase of cell cycle is interphase. Longest stage of meiosis 1 is prophase 1, and terminalization of chiasmata is diakinesis. So statement 2 is right one for this question. Let us move to the next question. 142 question. In a cross between colorblind female and normal male, what is the percentage of progeny will colorblindness female? As colorblind is a sex-linked or especially X-linked disorder, so the progeny with colorblind female will be 0 in this case. 0. Pick odd one for the following statement. First statement, the terminal electron acceptor of ETC is oxygen. Yes. The electrons are transmoded in electron transport system by electron carrier protein. This is also right. The proton means H+, move from mitochondrial matrix to cytoplasm. They won't move from mitochondrial matrix. They move from mitochondrial matrix to intermediate space. So this is the odd one for this question. Complex 5 of electron transport system involved in ATP synthesis. This is also right one. So option 3 is the right answer for this question. Let us move to 144th question. Carbon dioxide is a major limiting factor in photosynthesis. Select the incorrect statement regarding here. So we need to find out the incorrect statement. More than 0.05% of carbon dioxide can be damaged over long period. Yes, related to carbon dioxide limiting factor. So this is the right one, correct statement. At low light condition and high carbon dioxide concentration, C3 plant shows increased rate of photosynthesis. This is wrong one. So in this case, neither C3 plants nor C4 plants cannot allow this property. So this is the incorrect one. Remaining third and fourth are correct if you read properly those statements. So this is the correct matching, children. Gibberellin helps in seed germination, axin present in root and shoot apex, abscisic acid induce dormancy, and cytokinin overcome apical dominance. Let us see the questions related to zoology. Select the cell junction that facilitate communication between adjacent cells for rapid transfer of ions and molecule. For the adjacent cell and the rapid transfer of ions and molecule, the junction involved is gap junction. Select the incorrect statement among them. So in 152 we need to find out the incorrect statement. HCG and HPL and relaxin are produced in women only during pregnancy. Yes, it is a correct statement. During pregnancy relaxin is produced by ovary. This is also right. Placenta also acts as endocrine tissue because it produces some hormones. This is also right one. Trophoblast contains stem cells. No, trophoblast no. Inner mast cells contain stem cells. So this is the incorrect statement regarding this female reproductive system or during pregnancy. Let us go to 153 question. The condition Diuresis can be defined as diuresis. Children, diuresis means increase in urine volume. 154th question, select the fatty acid from the following. Among them, fatty acid is palmitic acid. Fatty acid is palmitic acid. 155th question, bursting of RBC to release a toxin called hemozoin which causes high fever and chill are the symptoms of malaria. It is a symptom of malaria. 156th question, how many futures given below are not related to female frog. So reproductive organs include a pair of ovary. Yes, it is a characteristics of female frog. Then absence of copulatory pad is on the first digit of forelimb. So copulatory pad usually present in male frog. So this is not the future of absence of copulatory pad is the future of female frog. Presence of sound producing vocal sac, it is in male frog, not in female frog. The ovaries are situated near the kidney there is a function connected with kidney. So children, ovaries are not connected with the function of the kidney. This is the wrong one. Mature female can lay 2500 to 3000 ova at time. No, these are the three wrong statements for female frog, whereas statement A and statement B are the two correct statement for female frogs. Let us move to the next question. The first clinical gene therapy was given in 1990. Yes, to a 4-year girl with A deficiency. A is what? A is a deficiency called ADA deficiency. And in some children, the deficiency can be cured by bone marrow transplantation. So A is ADA, B is bone marrow transplantation is the right one. Let us go to 158th question. A chronic disorder characterized by the damage of alveolar wall and decreased respiratory surface is the characteristics of emphysema disease. Let us move to the next question. Choose the odd with respect to axial skeleton. Axial skeleton includes atlas and axis. Yes. Tibia, fibula are the part of hind limbs, not axial skeleton. So this is the odd with respect to the axial skeleton. 160th question, select the correct set containing only diploid cells. The diploid cells during spermatogenesis and oogenesis we can find in spermatogonia and primary oocyte. These two are diploid and remaining are haploid. Let us go to the next one. Fetal ejection reflex triggers release of X hormone from maternal pituitary gland. So the X is oxytocin. During that fetal ejection reflex, oxytocin hormone is going to release. Excessive use of antibiotic related to resultant in natural selection of antibiotic resistant variety of bacteria is much lesser time scale. This is an example for anthropogenic action. Low partial pressure of oxygen and high partial pressure of carbon dioxide and high hydrogen ion and high temperature are the condition favorable for these conditions are favorable for dissociation of oxygen from oxyhemoglobin into the body tissue. Easily oxygen can be dissociated. A hormone releasing IUD is LNG20. Let us move to the next question. Choose the incorrect statement with respect to the coagulation of the blood. Incorrect statement. Platelets release certain factors which are involving in clotting of the blood. Yes, right. Then certain factors released by the tissue at the site of injury also initiate coagulation. This is also right. The excess number of platelets above 3.5 lakhs. No. The platelet number is 1.5 lakh to 3.5 lakh. So this is the incorrect statement. So third point is incorrect statement. Then fibrin are also formed in the conversion of inactive fibrinogen by the help of enzyme thrombin. This is also correct one. Third one is the incorrect statement. Let us move to the next question. Select the incorrect statement. We need to find out in 166 question. Nidoblasts are used for anchoring defense and for the capture of prey. This is the correct statement. Then ciliated cumplates helps in locomotion in ctenophores. This is also right one. Then metameric segmentation are the characteristics of phylum Ascalmenthes. No, metameric segmentation we can find in Perithema, not in Ascalmenthes. So this is the incorrect statement. Coinocytes line in the spongocyles and in canals in the sponges. These are the right one. Third one is the right answer for this question. 167th question. In a DNA, there are 500 nucleotide base pairs. So 500 nucleotide base pairs in the length. Cytosine is 40%. What will be the number of adenine? What will be the number of adenine we need to find out. So 500 nucleotide base pairs means children. So 500 into 2 if you do, you will get 1000 nucleotides. 500 base pairs. If you multiply by 2, you will get 1000 nucleotides. Among 1000 nucleotides, cytosine how much? 40%. And we know cytosine pairs with what? Guanine. So therefore guanine percentage also how much? 40%. So 40 plus 40, total 80% we can find adenine and guanine only. Now we can find out adenine and thymine. Adenine pairs with thymine. So that number we can find out 100 minus guanine plus cytosine. So 100 minus guanine and cytosine percentage how much? 80. Then you will get 20%. So this is the composition of adenine and thymine. So adenine, thymine, how much percentage? 20%. In that adenine how much? 10%. Go adenine 10%, thymine 10%. Now we need to convert percent into number. 10% is adenine. Now we can find out the number of adenine is equal to 1000 nucleotides are there. In 1000 nucleotides, 10 is a percentage of adenine divided by 100. So if you calculate, you will get 100. Adenine number will be 100. So 100 is the right answer for this question. Let us find out 168 question. In 168 question, observe the diagram given below and identify the correct labeling A to D. A is what? Synaptic vesicle. Then B, presynaptic membrane. C, receptor. D and D you can find out acetylcholine, neurotransmitters. So accordingly, here among the given option, D, A, 4 is the right one. That is A is the synaptic vesicle and C are the receptor. Let us move to the next question. 169th question. Assertion is vasectomy. Vasectomy can be considered as a permanent method of contraception. Yes, it is right. Reason, surgical intervention blocks gametes transport and thereby prevent contraception. Reason is wrong. So assertion is right and reason is wrong. So third statement is right here. 170th question. Select the odd one with respect to radial symmetry in adult organisms of the given phyla. So the odd one we can find out is Ascalmenthis, because in Ascalmenthis we can find bilateral symmetry, not radial symmetry. 171st question. Which of the following is incorrect with respect to apes? Apes means birds. We need to find out the incorrect one. Excretory organs is proboscis glands. So children, proboscis glands we can find in hemichordata. So that's why this is the incorrect statement. Remaining 3 statements are correct regarding apes. 172 question. In double-stranded DNA, if double-stranded DNA is digested by particular restriction endonuclease enzyme, a little away from the center of palindromic sequence, what will happen? So in this case, what will happen? The DNA fragment will facilitate the action of DNA ligase. 173 question. In 1983, Eli Lilly company, American company, prepared 2 DNA sequences corresponding A and B of human insulin and introduced them in plasmid of E. coli bacteria. 174th question. Which of the following is not a method of diagnosis of a disease? Not a method of diagnosis of disease is radiotherapy, because radiotherapy is a method to treat the diseases like cancer. 175th question. Read the following and choose the incorrect statement. We need to find out the incorrect statement here. Recombinant DNA technology serves the purpose of early diagnosis of disease. This is the right one. Reproductive tract infection could lead to severe complications like PID, stillbirth, ectopic pregnancy, cancer, etc. This is also correct statement. Then hepatitis B and HIV can be transmitted by sharing infected needles. This is also correct. Mature insulin consists of 3 polypeptide chains. No, mature insulin consists of 2 polypeptide chains. So this is the incorrect statement. Let us move to the next question. 176 question. Which of the following belongs to class of Mammalia? The class of Mammalia is Canis, because Canis includes domestic animals. 177 question. Select the odd one with secondary metabolite. So the odd one with respect to secondary metabolite is tyrosine, because tyrosine is an amino acid, whereas concanvaline, vinblastine and trypsin are the secondary metabolites. 178th question. During fertilization, a sperm comes in contact with X. The sperm comes in contact with zona pellucida of the ovum and introduces changes in the membrane that why the entry of additional sperm, that blocks the entry of additional sperm. So option 1 is the right answer for this question. 179th. A person with which of the following blood groups can receive blood from universal donor only? That is answer is O. Next question. Select an autoimmune disorder that affects neuromuscular junction. The autoimmune disorder that affects neuromuscular junction is myasthenia gravis. 181 question. Dash are located in the walls of the halovisceral organs. In the halovisceral organ, what type of muscle we can find? We can find smooth muscle. Next one. 182 question. Select the odd one with respect to parathyroid hormone. For parathyroid hormone, the odd one is it stimulates mineralization of the bones. Remaining 3 statements are performed by parathyroid hormone. 183. All of the following are triploblastic coelomate except Gorgonia, because Gorgonia is a diploblastic and it is Cnidaria, not coelomate. It is a Cnidarian. Let us go to 184th question. Select the incorrect statement. Among that, the incorrect statement is partial pressure of carbon dioxide in alveolar air is only 45 mmHg. It is wrong one. So this is the incorrect one, because in alveolar air, partial pressure of carbon dioxide is lesser. 185 question, children. 185 question. In Rana tigrina frog, the hind limb ends with 4 digits and the hind limb ends with 5 digits and forelimb ends with 4 digits. 5 and 4 is the right answer. Let us move to the next question. In Periplanetae americana cockroach, A pair of large ovaries are present. A pair of large ovaries are present in second to sixth abdominal segment. 187th question. Which of the following statement are correct with respect to regulation of kidney function? For the regulation of kidney function, which one is the correct statement? We need to find out. ANF is a vasoconstrictor. Rho, it is a wrong one. Renin converts angiotensin 2 to angiotensin 1. 1 to 2 it will convert, not 2 to 1. Wrong one. Then erythropoietin is produced by vasa recta of juxtamedullary nephron. No, it is also wrong one. So when normal person drinks a lot of water, ADH releases is suppressed. So this one is the right one for this question. Let us move to the next question. Read the following statement carefully. Choose the option that is incorrectly explained. Incorrectly explained. Proteins are the chain of amino acids which are linked by peptide bond. This is correct one. We need to find out the incorrect one. Insulin is a polymer of fructose. Insulin is a polymer. Inulin is a polymer of fructose. It is also right one. Starch hold iodine molecule in a helical portion and gives blue color. This is also right one. The sugar found in polynucleotide is always ribose. It can be ribose. It can be deoxyribose. So fourth statement is wrong here. Let us go to 189 question. Select the correct statement. Here the correct statement, if you can read, it is one can ligate foreign DNA at BAM H1 site of tetracycline resistant gene in PBR322. Remaining three are the incorrect statement. In muscle, X is called functional unit of contraction. So in muscle, functional unit of contraction is sarcomere, and Y is anatomical unit. Muscle fiber is anatomical unit. Then 191 question. There is a reaction given here, and this reaction is catalyzed by enzyme. So this enzyme belongs to which class? This enzyme belongs to this class is second class, that is transferases. As there is a transfer of group here, that's why it is belongs to transferases enzyme. 192 question. If a change in allele frequency occurs by chance, if you find, then it is definitely leads to genetic drift. Let us move to the next question. 193 question. 193. Who makes decision regarding the validity of GM research and the safety of introducing GM organisms for the public service? The one who gives decision for the validity is Genetic Engineering Approval Committee. 194th question. Read the statement carefully and select the incorrect with respect to PCR. With respect to PCR, we need to find out the incorrect one. If a cycle repeated 30 times, the DNA samples can be amplified million times. This was a correct statement. Then the tag polymerase adds nucleotide in 3' to 5' direction. No, it is in 5' to 3' direction. Denaturation requires separate strand double-stranded DNA. DNA polymerase used as a primary extension steps. Yes. So statement 2 is wrong. Remaining 3 are right about polymerase chain reaction. Read the following statement and select the correct option. 195 fifth question. Statement A, DNA fragments can be separated by technical gel electrophoresis. Right. The separated DNA fragments can be visualized only after staining the DNA with the ethidium bromide followed by exposure to UV light. Both the statements are right here. Statement A and statement B both are right in this case. Now we need to match column 1 with column 2. Normal blood pressure is 120 by 80 mm of Hg. Duration of cardiac cycle is 0.8 second. Duration between lub-dub is 0.5 seconds. So option 1 is the right answer for this question. Let us go to 197th question. Read the following statement with respect to prostomium of perithema and choose the incorrect statement one from the given option. Incorrect statement we need to find out. So it is a sensory in function, right? A lobe which serves as covering for mouth. This is also right one. It is a first body segment, buccal cavity, which contains mouth. So this is the incorrect statement regarding prostomium of cockroach. 198th question. The floor of scala media is formed of. Basilar membrane. You can find this in ear. 199th question. The population of human is 90 out of 1,000 babies are affected by a recessive condition called cystic fibrosis. In this population, the frequency of heterozygous condition is. So if you consider P plus Q whole square formula, so Q square you consider as 90 among 1,000. If you take this ratio, it will be around 0.09 Q square. If you want to find out Q, then it will be root of 0.09. So Q you will get how much? 0.3. So if you want to find out P, then it will be from 1 minus Q. If you do 1 minus Q, 1 minus 0.3 is 0.7. So P is 0.7 and Q is 0.3. Then 2PQ will be how much, children? 2 into 0.7 into 0.3. How much will get? We'll get 0.42. 2PQ is equal to 0.42. So here 0.42 is the right answer for this question. Let us go to the last question. Select the incorrect pair. Here incorrect pair. Corpus callosum, connection between cerebral hemisphere, right one. Association area contains number of centers which controls body temperature, urge for drinking. Temperature is controlled by hypothalamus, not by association area. Hypothalamus contains several groups of neurosecretory cells, correct. Medulla oblongata contains centers which controls respiration, cardiovascular activity. This is also right one. So option 2 is right, wrong answer for this question. I hope this is useful to you children. Thank you.